Does it all. She is known as Lady Maverick because she's an actress, she's a model, she is a dancer, a rapper, a singer, a choreographer. I mean, she does everything. I don't know anything that this woman doesn't do. And she's just an all-around queen. So please welcome Chezale Rodriguez to our show.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hey, lady.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
It's so good
I'm great. How are you guys?
You look good. She's looking hot, throwing out some heat.
Yeah.
I want a drink. Mm-hmm. Yes. Ooh.
Shout out to the hoop earrings.
Oh, the hoop
yes.
earrings. And shout out to that red glass. You are doing it up. I love that.
Coordinate, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I love you for it. Well, we are so glad to have you on with us tonight. And you do so many things, but I know you for your singing and your rapping. But your style has been described as 90s hip hop with a new school edge. So tell us about your musical influences and how you were able to find your signature sound.
Such a great question. And thank you guys so much for that amazing intro. Wow, I have so many influences. I grew up listening to so much music. I could thank my parents for that because they were pretty musical people. I would say my foundation is hip hop and R&B, but I have so many different influences from, jazz to reggae to, Latin American music, all under the sun. Specific artists that might be influential for me, the first that comes to mind would be Lauryn Hill. She's a big influence for me.
Yes.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill pretty much changed my life.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Still.
Yes, absolutely. I still follow her on Instagram and everything. But like Lauryn Hill, I grew up listening to Anita Baker, Whitney Houston, everyone from Public Enemy to Rochelle Farrell. So I've had like a really pretty vast, pool of influences to pick from, and then just kind of brought me to it. So,
we don't really realize the impact the music our parents play around us will have on us. I mean, as a kid, sometimes, I'm going to be honest, there were times where I'd be like, what are we listening to? And then there were other times where I would like groove with my parents. And then as I get older, it's completely molded how I listen to music, how I listen to it with my kids. To sort of get off topic, but I'll get back on. Like me and my daughter were talking about diss songs like today. And I was like, hold up. And I put Tupac on, hit him up. And I was like, you want to hear a diss song? Because the little popcorn ones that we're listening to are, honey, those are not diss. I said, I literally put it on for her. And within the first 30 seconds, this was her face. Was not expecting him to say what he, no. And I was like, that's a diss song. So again, I'm saying like we take for granted, right? Sort of what our parents introduce us to. And I'm not saying that I'm mom of the year for that. I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way, but that's how we can relate, right, to our children is through music, and that's why I bring that up, because it's so important. And I had a musical family too, and I love talking to people who had similar, upbringings, because it's awesome to relate to people through music. Like, oh my gosh, yes, my dad used to listen to Boston all the time, or whatever, So now let me veer back to you.
Wait, did you see what Bear said? He said, little popcorn ones ain't got the heat nowadays. These little popcorn songs. No, they don't. Bring the heat.
I was like, your diss song talks about TikTok. Tupac talks about taking your life. So...
Ooh.
It's a different time. It's a different time for sure.
Completely different. So not only do you sing though, and you rap, but you also dance. You are a renowned dance instructor here in Tucson, and people may not realize that. You were actually on season 1 of So You Think You Can Dance, and your former dance company, The Human Project, made it to the final audition round in Los Angeles for America's Best Dance Crew. Can you tell us about your experience with that?
Wow. Yeah, that was such a fun time. So I didn't get a chance to make, what do you say? The very first like filming, I made the cutting room floor, let's say that. But I didn't get eliminated past the Los Angeles auditions. Basically what I remember was our dance company driving up there from Arizona. We got there at like 5 a.m., basically pulled right into the line. And it was like a 12-hour process. I was there until midnight, and probably maybe like 30 people left. And I was so blessed to just make it that far. There was 2 of us from Arizona, myself and another dancer out of Phoenix that I knew of. But it was so cool. Like everybody was just vibing out all day, just like hyping each other up. It was a great experience. That was those were my audition days when it came to TV, I guess.
Yeah. And those auditions are hard, like American Idol was the same thing, like a gauntlet. You're just there forever and it's so grueling. And it's just people have no idea how hard it is behind the scenes. They just see the show and they think, but even, man, it's hard. All of it is hard. Really and I didn't know you did that. I was reading about you and I was like, I like you doing that on this show. That's so great. Finding out things about my friends.
And of course Krystal's amazing. So, Krystal's been knee deep in that, but it is a grueling process, those cattle calls.
You feel like cattle.
Yes. Yeah, you do. If you make it far enough, you have to fill out like 50 pages of paperwork and
you sign your life away and $1 million.
And they want to know what your story is. There's a lot to it. Yeah.
There really is. I feel you on that. And now you have 2 albums out, right? Your debut album, which is My Story, The Making of a Maverick, and then your sophomore album, which is Mav Music. And both albums have made waves and have received some national attention. In fact, the song Hip Hop Nation off your second album was featured by Chuck D from Public Enemy.
That's awesome.
Tell us about that.
Right. That was crazy. So yeah, Chuck D at the time, and I think still going, started a site called rapstation.com. And it was really new at the time, and basically runs the station, and there's like so many substations under it that cater to hip hop. And it was new, and I just kind of did my research and submitted my music, and shockingly, it was chosen for one of his segments. I think it was called Music That Means Something. And I listened in on it, and it was incredible. Like, not only did he choose it, but, over the microphone, introduced me, said my name, and gave props. And that was incredible for me because I've been listening to Public Enemy since I've been in the world, so that's definitely a cool moment.
I think anytime you get acknowledged or recognition from people that you admire, love, respect, even if it's someone as big as Chuck D or someone as small as like a local mayor, it just makes you feel appreciated because you're like, I feel seen. I am seen. And for you, I am heard.
You're right. It's so rewarding and special. And I went and ran and showed my mom, of course, and she flipped out. Yeah.
Gotta love moms.
It's crazy. You know what? For me, coming from a background of radio, we don't realize how what we say is so impactful sometimes to people. And I used to do a segment that was all about positivity. And I remember the first email I ever got where someone was like, you saved me just by what you said. I was having this or that happen, and your positive empowerment. And for us as a radio DJ, that we're like, you were paying attention?
Yeah. Somebody's listening out there.
Heard that, and to hear you talk about it, how you're talking about it, to me is just so amazing to hear, because it's those moments that matter. Those moments that you remember that Chuck D played a part in, wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're honestly super special and beautiful moments. And those are the moments that make you want to keep going for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, we talked about you doing pretty much everything, and I absolutely love that, because we need more women like you to really be highlighted and put a spotlight on you. We talked about you dancing, and you are an amazing choreographer. You recently created all of the choreography for the song "Work Fires" by SharkkHeartt. So, what was that process like, creating that choreography, and did you have to virtually teach it to dancers? Like, all right, guys, everybody, get your internet strong. Watch me.
And turn up the heat. That's what I want.
There we go. There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So basically that project, Work Fires, just released, my God, like Friday, I think, just before Valentine's Day. And SharkkHeartt is an amazing local singer, songwriter, instrumentalist that I had an opportunity to team up with on this project. And she's going to be releasing an album really soon. And so, yeah, she reached out to me to contribute choreography, had this concept of a music video in mind, and wanted friends and whoever would be interested to learn a routine and then record themselves wherever they are and then submit that and be a part of the music video. And
That's
so
awesome.
That worked out for me because, you know, I haven't been teaching as much these days, but if I do, it usually is virtual, of course. You know, I feel safer with that. So
Yep.
I was like, you know what, this is great because I'm not having to be in space with a whole bunch of people. This is great. I can just go to the studio. And we decided to put together a dance tutorial. And so I edited that down, sent it in. She sent it out to everybody. They learned it. I think they had 3 weeks to learn it and then submit their footage.
Wow.
And it was whipped up maybe within like a month, but we kind of had to wait for the drop. And that was pretty much it. And it came out wonderfully. I'm so excited about it.
That's amazing. The power of technology and what we've all grown accustomed to throughout this quarantine is just mind-boggling, because that is so cool that you did all of this by yourself remotely, and then other people got it and learned it, and then it was made into this video. And
it's forever.
It's
gonna
forever.
live forever. It's there
That's
forever.
true.
When you teach in person, it's, you know, somebody could forget that and be like, oh man, I need him to teach me again. Gisele's got the video.
It's right here. Did you miss that popping up? Well, here it's right
Always
here.
gotta record it.
Don't tell me you didn't see this. Don't tell me. It's right here. Well, the choreography in this video sounds amazing. So without further ado, here is Work Fires by SharkkHeartt, featuring choreography and dancing by Chezale.
Hey, it could be that we found it. We've danced around it, never committed. Yeah, I want a chance to show you. I want to know you've seen what I can do. But you tell me don't wait. Tonight you can't put me first. Say you gotta stay late to put out a fire at work. I wanna be one of your work fires. Gotta stay late to put me out. I wanna be one of your work fires, baby. Make you forget about everything else. Hey, you know it when you feel it. I'm not here to steal it. Got to be the right fit. Yeah, but don't you write me up yet. I'm a cost I can offset. Let me prove it. I want you tie loose end to get your mind ready. Want you making excuses why you gotta stay here with me. hot you can't stand it. I made a promise, I'm a force of nature. I'm gonna keep, let the storm change you. I made a promise, I'm a force of nature. I'm gonna keep, let the storm change you. I made a promise, I'm a force of nature. I'm gonna keep, let the storm change you. I made a promise, I'm a force of nature. I'm gonna keep, let the storm change you. I made a promise, I'm a force of nature. I'm gonna keep, let the storm change you. I wanna be one of your work class. I wanna be in your head. I wanna be I wanna burn so hot you can't stand it.
Yes.
That was amazing.
It was
Chezale,
great.
that was, I mean, I literally, you guys saw me. I got up for a minute and I was like, okay. Get some shoulder action in.
Yeah. That is.
Make me want to get up.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Yes. Everybody's loving it. Dixie's loving it. Francine.
I definitely want to shout out the direction and videography, Freddie from One Focus Productions and Avi Media. There were dancers and friends and family members and musicians like that participated with this, and everybody just did a phenomenal job. So thank you guys so much.
You know what I loved is I loved seeing the extremes, right? Like we saw you just amazing. And then we saw people who were like me, who have no training whatsoever, just like getting down in their kitchen, you know? Like that's what I love about that video. We got to see your amazing moves on both sides. So well done. Now, Chezale, I know you are offering some group and private stretch and dance classes through Zoom right now. What kind of stretch and dance lessons are they? And can you give us some more info on that?
Yes. So basically, I'm offering private group stretch sessions and dance sessions. I'm always open for it. It's just a matter of someone reaching out to me and scheduling it. Definitely catering to groups of friends or special events, corporate groups, whatever, you know, just come through and have a good time. So basically the stretching consists of really just grounding and centering, and then sort of maybe focusing on flexibility, but that's not upfront. Really, it's about just kind of separating yourself from the stresses, you know, of life and, you know, and just becoming more familiar with your body, where your mind is. So there's a mindfulness aspect to it as well. We open up with a mantra. I've done a lot of yoga, so I kind of incorporate some of that into what I do as well. And then the dance stuff, I'm pretty open to a lot of things. The last class that I was teaching was called Twerk Fusion, which is super fun. And it's like, you know, we warm up, you learn a routine, you shake a little something, but there's of course the fitness aspect to it. And we cool down, but it's just a fun time to come together with other people and move your body, you know?
Yes.
That sounds like so much fun. I would love to get to a class. I've been trying to upload this photo, but I just want to give a shout out to our choreography days. We did a little doo-wop, shoo-wah, doo-wop. Do you remember this? Can you see this?
Yes!
Look at us.
Shout out to Doo-Wop
Divas. Yeah.
I need to know more about that. Doo-Wop Divas. Tell me more.
Okay, how about this? Krystal, you start, and I'm going to grab something really quick. I have something too.
Okay. We were in this group called the Doo-Wop Divas. It was a touring show, and we actually did a tour here in Arizona and one in Florida. And it was 4-part harmony, Four of us girls dancing and talking. Oh, look at, there we are. We're so cute, the OGs. Oh my gosh, the doo-wop. You'll fall. There's Joy, Katie. Oh my gosh. We had a blast. We had a good time. That was great. Gosh, 2017. Man.
We really did. That was such an amazing time. And as long as I've been doing music, that was my only like official tour. And just to be on tour with like 3 other super gifted women and musicians and everybody who just takes their craft seriously, you know, and loves what they do. It was just an honor. I felt like that, having that experience, anytime you're around people that inspire you as well, it just kind of boosts you up too. You know what I mean?
We just had this conversation. We literally just had this conversation where it's such an empowering feeling to be surrounded by professional people who have the same mindset, drive, integrity, work ethic as you, because it just makes you better too.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. It's the
and
best
if y'all
feeling.
Didn't know, Krystal is a powerhouse. Hello.
I'm getting heated and drinking my wine. But I do have to say that I loved being roommates with you, especially Florida, because I'd be like, hey, we be in there like, hey, Chezale, you want to go out? And you're like, yeah, let's go. Or hey, Chezale, you want to get something to eat? Like, you were like, so chill. I loved it. And remember we went, and I was in like flip-flops and like shorts. All the girls were in like mini dresses and heels. Do you remember that? And
that was in Miami, right?
Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah, it was down. Yeah, in West Palm somewhere. And then the Transformer thing showed up. It was like dancing. Do you remember that? On the
that, it was a lot of crazy fun going on in there. It was an atmosphere.
Yeah. It was a crazy night. I remember I kept trying to get close to the Transformer thing and like trying to pull things on it. Like it was a fun night, and the other girls missed out. But Zal didn't.
Oh my
you
god!
snooze, you lose.
Yep.
Me and Krystal were trying to get in all the fun we could during that time.
We were.
As you should, ladies.
I just will never forget the side eye that I got from the others there when I showed up in my tank top and my flip-flops. Like, I fit right in.
I was like, hey, we're coming from Arizona. We wear sandals, okay? So, you know,
like the Cyrus song "Party in the USA" when she's like, "Oh, all I see is stilettos. I guess I didn't get the memo, girl." I in Florida.
Yes. Yeah.
We were just worried about the heat.
Hey.
That one almost went over my head.
For me,
you were like,
going to Florida, especially Miami, I realized I'm not ugly. I'm just poor. I can't afford everything that happened with, you know what I mean? Like, I remember going and being like, okay, I always thought I was like decent looking, but now I'm like, okay, I'm decent looking, but I'm poor. That's why I'm not better looking. It was like everybody had something there, and more power to you. Like, by all means, if that makes you feel good, that makes you feel good. But that was the one thing I noticed about Miami. Everybody had something in Miami.
They don't play. Exactly. And I mean, I remember the place where we played, because we played at a retirement community in Florida, and it was immaculate. Do you remember, Chezale? Like, we rolled in, and the streets were so clean you could eat off of them.
Oh.
I was like, ooh, this place is fancy. I was like, I think
I literally was just talking about that recently. I think in another interview. That was in Boca, actually.
Yeah.
And
They don't play.
It's a little ritzy up there, and
It's all those East
it was-
Coasters that hired down there.
Yep.
And the facilities
Yeah.
were amazing.
Yes.
And I was like,
when I get that age, that's what I want to do.
girl.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
they had
incredible. Like, it was like
everything.
full concert. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty impressive. The thing that they had going on down there. They don't mess around in Boca Raton, and now we know. And now we know.
Yeah.
But I'm still open flip flop. I'm sorry. Well, Chezale, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's so good to catch up and hear about your latest projects. Anytime you want to come back and share something, let us know and we'll have you on because we love talking with you. You're an amazing artist, but more importantly, you're an amazing human being and you're just so full of love. So thank you for being on the show.
I want the doo-wop divas to come on and perform, even if it's just these two doo-wop divas. That's what I'm saying.
We should get
I'm
the
down.
crew together. Wouldn't it be
I'm so
awesome to do a
down.
reunion and see what everybody's doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 'Cause we would be like, we'd be like in the dressing room singing In Vogue and all that. You know what I mean? We're ready.
I have us singing Nickelodeon Roundhouse. Remember we did that?
Oh,
I have that recording in my phone.
Krystal, we're showing our age.
Hey, it was hot back in the day.
The 90s was the best. The 90s was the best.
It was. We love the 90s.
I
for
love
Thank you
sure.
guys so much for everything.
Anytime.
Thank you,
It's a joy.
Chezale.
And congratulations on this awesome platform. You guys are doing an amazing job. Everything looks
you.
and sounds and feels excellent. So thank you guys so much.
Yay. Well, thank you. And thank you for your
Thank
patience
you.
with us this week. We appreciate it.
And honestly,
if
this
you-
show wouldn't be what it is without guests. And so
It
thank
wouldn't.
you because it's guests like you why we do this show. We want people to know about you and Nolan,
Mhm.
who we had on
And
earlier.
Nolan.
So thank
Mhm.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
taking your time to be on our show. So we love
Yeah.
you. Mwah. Yay. Bye. And if you want more information about how you can find out what Chezale is doing, what she's up to, you can book a private or group dancing session with her. You can contact her at chezalepresents.com/contact. And we just want to, again, thank Chezale for coming onto our show.
That was awesome.
Oh, great. Yeah.